Today we're looking at a specific moment in history when the most humble, utilitarian car in the world decided to dress up like a movie star. But first, let's start with a trivia question about the most extravagant accessory ever fitted to a factory Volkswagen. To celebrate the 1 millionth Beetle rolling off the assembly line in 1955, Volkswagen built a special gold car. What were the bumpers encrusted with? Was it A, real diamonds, B, rhinestones, C, Swarovski crystals, D, gold leaf? If you answered B, rhinestones, you are correct. While it would have been incredible to see a Beetle covered in real diamonds, Volkswagen stuck to its budget-conscious roots. The bumpers were studded with high-quality cut-glass rhinestones to simulate diamonds. It was a flashy, glittering tribute to a car that was famous for being dull and reliable. This is the story of the Golden Beetle and the party that marked the return of the German automotive industry. To understand why a gold car was such a big deal, you have to look at the timeline. In 1945, the factory was a ruin, producing a handful of cars under British supervision. Critics said the car was noisy, ugly, and commercially unviable. Fast forward just 10 years to 1955. German economic miracle was in full swing, and the Beetle was the engine driving it. Under the leadership of Heinrich Nordhoff, the factory had transformed from a pile of rubble into a powerhouse of efficiency. Reaching 1 million cars in a single production run was a monumental achievement for any manufacturer, but for a European company recovering from total war, it was unheard of. Volkswagen decided that car needed to be special. It couldn't just be another standard Jupiter Gray or Strato Silver sedan. They pulled the car off the line and gave it a treatment fit for royalty. The paint was a unique metallic gold created specifically for this occasion. In 1955, metallic paint was rare and expensive, reserved for luxury marques, making a gold Beetle a shocking sight. But the designers didn't stop at the paint. They wanted the car to sparkle under the lights of the press cameras. They took the standard chrome bumpers and modified them to hold a row of cut glass rhinestones running the entire length of the blade. The running board trim was also given the jewelry treatment. The interior was upgraded as well. Instead of the standard utilitarian cloth, the seats were upholstered in a plush, high-quality fabric that looked more like a living room sofa than a car seat. The result was a car that kept the familiar shape of the people's car, but wore the clothes of a custom limousine. On August 5, 1955, the car was ready. They threw a massive festival. The celebration was held at the Wolfsburg factory, and it was a spectacle designed. Over 150,000 people attended the event. This included thousands of factory workers, international press, and dealers from all over the world. The atmosphere was part state fair, part coronation. There were performances by dancers and musicians, including a group of Scottish Highlanders. The highlight of the show was the reveal of the Golden Beetle. It rolled out onto a stage adorned with a massive floral display, ensuring that everyone behind the car knew exactly what they were looking at. Heinrich Nordhoff, the man who had steered the company from the brink of collapse, gave a speech that is now legendary in Volkswagen circles. He didn't focus on the gold paint or the rhinestones. He stood before the massive crowd and thanked the workers, acknowledging that the success of the Beetle was built on their discipline and the car's honest engineering. The gold car was a symbol, but the real pride came from the fact other cars had been built well enough to be sold to happy customers in places as far away as America, Africa, and Australia. Unlike many concept cars or celebratory one-offs that get sold to collectors or lost to time, the Golden Beetle had a different fate. The car was never sold. After its moment in the spotlight, it was carefully preserved. For decades, it was the crown jewel of the Volkswagen Auto Museum in Wolfsburg. Today, it resides in the Zeithaus Museum at the Autostadt, Volkswagen's massive visitor center and theme park. If you visit Wolfsburg today, you can still see it. The gold paint has a rich, deep luster that modern paints struggle to replicate, and those rhinestone bumpers still catch the light. It marks the exact moment the Volkswagen Beetle graduated from being a post-war necessity to a cultural icon. It is a fascinating contradiction, a car designed for the common man, decorated like a crown jewel, reminding us that sometimes even the most humble worker deserves a little bit of bling.